Good morning. As Matt mentioned, my name is Jamie Young, and I work with Youth for Christ. The mission of Youth for Christ is to reach young people wherever they are and to raise up lifelong followers of Christ. We work together with the local church to do that and with like-minded partners, and are beginning a ministry called Campus Life in middle schools here in Davidson County. Campus Life is all about relationship. We attend sporting events and concerts and fill volunteer opportunities at school. We host a club and we do some other activities also in order to begin forming relationships with students and just being present in their lives. As we get to know them, we hear their stories, we build trust with them, and we share our stories also. Now, because we have Christ in our life and because God has been at work in our life, then as we share our stories, we share God's story also. We share how he loves us and pursues us and how we can be reconciled to him and have a personal relationship both now and for eternity. For those kids who have good support at home or who already know God, Campus Life is another person encouraging them in the way that they should go. And it's support and encouragement for all those kids who are in really hard, really dark, lonely places, hopeless places. The volunteer leaders involved in Campus Life ministry come from local churches like Jersey. Megan and a few others here have already been involved with us and have made sure that we had what we needed to be able to do these clubs well and to do activities well. They provided food for sporting events or for sport teams and snacks and other resources for club, and they've given of themselves and their time to be there and have conversations with and make meaningful connections with students. There's other people here at Jersey who have prayed for us and for the students. We recruit and we train volunteers from local churches to go into the world of lost young people and form these authentic Christ-sharing relationships so that they can serve as a bridge back to the local church. As these students begin to get to know God and say yes to a relationship with him through Christ, we want to see them get plugged into a local church, where a body of believers where they can grow and be encouraged in their relationship with the Lord for years to come. That's much easier to do if they're already connected with someone from that church. I have a quick video that I wanted to share with you that shows you what relational ministry looks like and what Youth for Christ ministry does.
When I was younger, my dad was never there, and we would always be moving around from place to place. Like, we never stayed in a house more than like a year. When I was about 8 years old, my uncle died from cancer, and then my other uncle died from something I don't know of, and those were like the only father figures I had in my life.
I was getting physically and verbally abused. It's just continuous, and it just all came down on me.
Me growing up as a kid, I grew up around a lot of drugs in my house. When I was 8, I got a blood test done and I found out my dad wasn't my dad. So then I was kind of mad growing up as a kid.
Kind of just followed rules and just did everything that I was told. And I got told, like, this is what it is, this is what you'll learn.
When I was 10 years old, I was put in foster care because my mom was doing drugs, and then I got put in a whole bunch of other foster homes. And then I just came from a foster home because I was like running away and just being bad.
When I came to YFC, like, I met everybody, and it was just weird because I was like, dang, they care for me so much, and I didn't know how much people care for me. And then I met Josh, and he just basically changed my whole life around, and I've been changed ever since.
I had no one to talk to, and there was no one there for me, and I felt pretty lonely. Ken and Judy were really there for me, and I knew I could talk to them. They opened up my heart to find Jesus.
I met YFC through Doug and Myron because I went to Sozo Kids. I accepted God into my life, got baptized by one of the leaders here. If I haven't met YFC, I'll probably be in jail somewhere, or, yeah.
I went to Campus Life, and it was just kind of a place to be and a place to have like friends and it was more like a family to me than I thought my family was. And that changed my life.
I was put in my dad's house. If I haven't met my dad, then I'd still be like, I'll be living on the street right now and doing drugs and stuff. Give life to your story.
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 The thief comes only to steal
And kill and destroy.
Destroy.
I have come
I have come.
I have
that
come.
they may have life.
So, I don't know if you noticed this, but almost all of the students in that video mentioned a specific person or a group of people who had been instrumental in introducing them to Jesus. People who loved them and who listened to them, who cared for them in extraordinary ways, the way that God does for us, who were there for them and when no one else was, and more like family to them than their own family was. These are young people who have had the death and destruction and darkness of their lives replaced by the light and the life that only Jesus can bring. We want young people in Davidson County to experience that new abundant life also. There are a lot of lost and hurting young people in our community. I'm constantly amazed at the things that kids share with us about what they're living with and dealing with. Many don't have support at home, grow up surrounded by drugs, experience or witness abuse, and deal with loneliness, anxiety, and depression on top of life's normal challenges. The majority of these kids don't know the love and hope of Christ, and it's unlikely that they'll just get up one day and come to church, or even have the opportunity to come to church. Youth for Christ, and specifically this campus life ministry, provides an avenue for us, the church, to go to them and to meet them where they are, just like God meets us where we are, where He met us, how He met us where we were. There are always opportunities for people who love God and who love young people to go and be involved in direct ministry with students, or be involved indirectly through prayer and lots of things behind the scenes. God can and He wants to use you and use this church to draw people to Himself. I just want to thank you all for the ways that you are involved in this community and reaching out, and for the ways that you've been involved with Youth for Christ ministry already, and for the opportunity to share with you this morning.